Okay. All right, my friends. So I want to share with you what you can do to power your ice box if the electricity goes out. Very, very simple. So basically, I was doing today, I was saying, hey, make sure you get all your freeze-dried or your vacuum-sealed beef, vacuum seal it, put in your box, your ice box here, and then you can have, and you want to be buying stuff up now while the getting's good because winter's coming, and I think it's going to be a bad winter. I mean, I might be wrong, but I'm from Maine. It's always better to be safe than sorry. All right. What you'll see here is you'll see that this guy is not plugged in, all right? It's not plugged in the wall right there, the outlet. So right now, it's just operating off the insulation, and that's in there, all right? And that's it. And then, of course, at some point, it's going to get warm and melt everything. So we don't want that. And what you'll see here is you'll see this is my kilowatt. So this plug is for the ice box, this plug right here. And notice on my kilowatt, there's nothing. It's not on. Now I have what's set up here, a simple contraction. This is an inverter, only 750 watts, that's it. All right, we got the hot, we got the negative, plugged into the inverter, as you can see, not even alligator clips, just little screws. You just screw that puppy on. Let's just screw it on better, make sure it's tight, all right. We got an wire plugged in there, electrical cord plugged in, that's going to go all the way to this kilowatt, so I can show you what happens when we turn on, for which this guy right here is plugged into the kilowatt. Now you don't need the kilowatt. The only thing I want to show you about the kilowatt is to show you what happens when you use this inverter. 750 watt inverter, no big deal. All right, so we're going to turn on. Watch what happens. So now you'll see, it should say volts there. It says, it's going to be hard to see. Yeah, there you go. Because the engine is on, it's 14 volts. That means my battery is good. My battery is good to go there. It's running the charge is perfect. Now let's go back here and see what my ice box, because remember my ice box was turned off before. Oh, it is now on. And there's my voltage. 117, because that's what an AC, not an air conditioner, but an alternating current that we have in the U.S., the volt on our outlets are, extension cord, that's what I meant to say, extension cord. That's what the voltage is on the United States outlets that we have, 120. And Europe, it's like 240 if memory serves. Anyway, so let me just show you how many watts are coming out of this guy. Does that say watts right there? I'm having a hard time seeing. I think it does. Yeah. Look at this thing. It's running less than 1 watt, my friends. This is the ice box. Less than 1 watt. Now, when it kicks on, it'll be running a little bit more than that. And you can actually see, I can't remember where you can see it. Is it on here? Anyway, it's in here someplace where you see the max amount of watts that it uses. And I just can't recall. Oh, right here. Let's see. I think it's going to be on here. Energy consumption. I can't remember. It's an Energy Star, so it's highly efficient. I just can't remember how much watts. I think it's on the inside, actually. But it's not much, man. It's not much. Anyway, the point being is, we are running this ice box off of my engine car battery. That's it, the 12 volt battery. So we got 12 volt direct current. It's inverting it, making it so it spits out 120 AC alternating current voltage. And we're plugging this guy into it. And you can see that's on because my kilowatt is showing that it's running 0.3 of a watt. That's it. Look how energy efficient these things are. So even if the electricity goes out, and you have an engine with a battery in it, and you can see I have other batteries down here too, you're going to be okay. Now, how long will that run? Well, you can figure it out. But, I mean, again, we got the voltage. That's good. And other inverters can give you the voltage, the load, and everything. I think this can too. I just can't remember. It's been a while since I used it. That's it, man. So you're like, wow, you can run. So if your electricity goes out for 2 days and you got a full tank of gas, you're gonna be just fine. And you don't need to run this thing all day long. You just run it on occasion to keep it cool enough to keep your food from melting. And that's it. That's how you power your ice box when electricity goes out. That's only 750 watt inverter. That's it. That's nothing. I mean, your fridge, you'll probably be able to run your Energy Star fridge, but probably won't be able to run the compressor. I think the compressor, when it kicks on, is about 1,300 watts. So you're going to want it. Here's a 400 watt. I got this cord, but I think it's 2,000. Yeah, 2,500 watts DC to AC inverter, 5,000 peak. Yeah, so this guy right here would want a fridge and other things too. You got a smaller one. You got lots of inverters up here, man, because they're wonderful, wonderful devices to run your AC electricity. Anyway, I'll put a link to the show notes. If you don't get one of these, you're nuts. Very, very, trust me, I'm the least mechanical guy you've ever met, ever seen. If I can do this, you can do this. It's simple. And it's a wonderful, wonderful tool. And by the way, you're going to want a Schumacher battery charger. You got to keep these guys up. In fact, I don't think I have. I wonder if I can get. That's going to be tough to do this with one hand. I got my multimeter. I'm not going to do it. I was going to show you where my battery was at with a multimeter, but it's going to be tough to do with one hand. Anyway. So I'll put links in the show notes. Buy yourself a couple inverters. Buy yourself a couple extension cords. Now I think this is 14, 12 gauge. I can't remember. The lower the gauge, the thicker the wire, which means it can be more expensive, but which means it can have more voltage coming through. So you're going to want a 12 to 14 gauge extension cord. You don't want a 20 gauge. You want a 12 to 14, so it can take the voltage through there without burning and catching fire. I just like kilowatt because it just shows you what your energy usage when it has it turned on. All right, I hope that helps. Seems like I'm missing something. And I got these extra batteries. So when I replaced the batteries, I just kept the old ones, cleaned them off a little bit. I'll charge those tonight. You want to charge them every month or so. All right, love your thoughts. See ya.